What is good, Carter people? Welcome to the channel. It's your boy Bob Lamb, and this is the last video in the weird setup. So I'm going home tomorrow. I'm gonna be live streaming on Twitch, trying to do like basically all day streams just to be chilling with the Bob gang. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to go follow my spam page with like hip hop news, all that type of shit, and my Twitter to stay tuned to all the stuff that we're gonna talk about in videos and streams before it even goes down. But anyway, to get right into the video, essentially Polo G is getting finessed by the Migos, pretty much getting his #1 album this week getting stolen from him. His virginity and booty cheeks are gonna just getting slipped into, I swear to God, because Migos just dropped their Culture 3 Deluxe within the same week that they dropped the original Culture 3 album, whereas Polo G's Hall of Fame album kind of stands by itself. So whereas Polo G only has 1 album release, the Migos kind of got like 2. So of course, we always talk about how album sales kind of get a huge spike when they first release, and then afterwards it slowly declines, and that's why a lot of these expected sales that we'll go over numbers in a second go down like throughout the week. But in the middle of Migos' decline of streams and album sales throughout the week, they just dropped a whole nother deluxe with completely new songs, so of course their expected sales are going to go up, and that is why Polo G is about to get finessed. For if you didn't already know, earlier in the week, I think it was the day after Culture 3 and Hall of Fame released, the expected sales for Polo G and Migos' albums respectively were 165 to 175k for Hall of Fame, which is Polo G's album, and then Culture 3 was sitting at 125 to 135k, significantly lower, so they were looking at a #2 spot. However, they had an ace up their sleeve, ready to fist upon approval. For a couple days later, Chart Data, which is a great Twitter account to follow to see like how artists are doing with their album with respect to album sales and things like that, they updated the expected sales because we still gotta wait till Friday until the numbers are completely official for exactly 1 week to have passed. But Polo G's numbers for Hall of Fame went down significantly to 135k, which if you remember the numbers for Migos 3, that was the top end of their expected sales, whereas Migos, they stood strong at 126k. Now I told y'all last video that we talked about Polo G, I think 2 or 3 days ago, and Migos that is, that the album sales were gonna go down by 5 to 10k. Well, Polo G, I think with the quality of the album not being the greatest, if you ask me, I think the Culture 3 was way better than Hall of Fame, because Hall of Fame was just kind of boring. It had a lot of features that like helped to the sales out, but ultimately it all sounded the same, like every single beat. It was even going viral on TikTok that like 4 or 5 of the beats you could not distinguish within the first 10 seconds which song it was, because it was always like some guitar sample or something. It's good for the average public, but for, you know, the true hip-hop listeners, we ain't fucking with like super similar music. You gotta spice it up a little bit. I needed to make my asshole bleed like some Chipotle salsa. But yeah, with all that being said, I think the Migos are about to pass Polo G, because those numbers with Migos at 126 and Polo G at 135 was even before Culture 3 Deluxe dropped last night. I listened to Culture 3 Deluxe. It was like 2 out of 4 or 2 out of 5 songs that I fucked with, similar to the Culture 3 album, like the OG, where I had a few bangers on there and then the rest of it was kind of repetitive, but that's just the Migos for you, and that's no hate. But I think that's why they stood more consistent with their expected sales throughout the week, whereas Polo fell a lot more. But anyway, we're talking about the best album that dropped last Friday. Not Migos, not Polo G, but Pierre Bourne, TLOP5. Telling y'all, still album of the year thus far. But he's working on the TLOP5 Deluxe, but unfortunately is running into problems in that a fan asked, shout out El Kedge on Twitter, Pierre, will there be any other features apart from Cardi on the Deluxe? Because earlier in the week he said that Cardi was gonna be like 2 to 3 more features on the Deluxe, and Pierre Bourne responds, nobody sent me files, so no Deluxe right now. So I swear to God, Cardi, I told you this a couple days ago, if you do not send your goddamn files to Pierre Bourne for the TLOP5 Deluxe, I will take Onyx, Iggy, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, everybody in your fucking family hostage, and I will feed them only green beans for a whole year. You know how flat Iggy's ass gonna be after that? She gonna be vegan. She not so meaty. But anyway, since Pierre Bourne said that there was gonna be 2, 3, 4 Cardi features on the Deluxe, or however much it was, another fan, Hammy's Room, asked, what about Cardi features? And then Pierre responds, he did like 3 or 4 when I pulled up on him. I fell asleep, I don't know. Talking about the potential problems in getting those verses from Cardi because he don't got them right now, which would be a devastation because honestly, Pierre Bourne and Playboi Carti might be the best duo in the game right now, other than maybe Trippy and Cardi. And I know a lot of y'all in the comments are gonna say Uzi and Cardi, but we ain't getting that, boy. Don't get blue balls out here. It hurts your stomach, makes you want to throw up. But on to some other news regarding some drama in the rap game. I told y'all a couple days ago about Diablo versus Lil Pump, where there was a viral clip of Lil Pump literally smacking the fuck out of Diablo's face, making his glasses, his sunglasses that he had on his head, fall down onto his eyes. And there was a lot of speculation of why Lil Pump did that, because Diablo and Lil Pump were supposed to be friends. In fact, they have a lot of songs together, including one of my favorite songs by Lil Pump, Boss, which was the first one that like blew him up and the way I discovered him on YouTube and SoundCloud originally. He's got some more songs with him on Harvard Dropout and I believe the original Lil Pump mixtape. But what Diablo was telling us is that they had a fallout about 5 months ago and haven't really talked since, because Lil Pump was asking Diablo for some files that I guess they recorded together back in the day, or maybe like 5 months ago and longer. And so Diablo sent it to one of his team members that he thought Lil Pump wanted him to send it. Then Lil Pump went back and said, yo, where are the files? Diablo sent to another person. It was a continuous struggle to get Lil Pump his songs for his next Lil Pump 2 mixtape slash album that I told y'all he might come back, because he had a little run where the snippets were kind of hard. Pause. His dick had a pump. But anyway, after Lil Pump got mad at him, he sent a voice message to Diablo. And by the way, this is coming straight from Diablo. He went on the No Jumper podcast and told everyone live what the deal was. Diablo responded to the voice message that was disrespecting him, saying like, yo, don't talk to me like that. Lil Pump didn't respond until finally Diablo went to a party in Miami or in South Florida. First time seeing Pump in like 5 months. And I guess when Pump saw him, he smacked him in the face. Thought he was that guy.
We haven't talked for like 5 months. And the whole reason that this argument started is because there was just like a big miscommunication with me and his in-house producer, CB Mix.
Oh, really?
You know?
Yeah, I know CB.
They asked me, Pump is like, we're working on Lil Pump 2. They're like, yo, can you please send us the files for like the project, right? Send me all these songs. I sent them like 20 songs. I sent CB the files. I don't know if he ever got back to Pump. Pump's blowing me up like, yo, send me these files, please. Like, send me these songs. I'm like, yo, I send it to him. Like, who else do you want me to send it to? I sent it to somebody else on his team. I said this one more time, and then he keeps blowing me up. This time he's like talking to me crazy. He's like, yo, you don't send me these songs. Like, these are my fucking songs. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, bro, you're talking crazy to me for no reason. I send him a voice note. I'm like, don't talk to me crazy, bro. Like, I'm not like one of your yes men entourage, like whatever, right? I don't talk to him for like 2-3 months. And then when I came up to him, he's like, why? And this is why I wanted to go on live to clear the air of what was said, because motherfuckers be talking mad shit, like saying like, oh, he said this, he said that. He said, why did you send me that voice note? And then he's like slapped me basically. And then I looked at him. I'm like, you really just did this for like the clout. Like, you know, your man's is recording. Like, you really just did this for the clout. And then he's like, and then walked away. And that's pretty much it.
Pretty fucked up if you ask me though, especially if what Diablo is saying is true, that he did send him all the files. It's just that Pump's team is a bunch of yes men. And even if you are having issues with like an old friend or something like that, violence is never the key. Like, especially when Diablo is such a small dude, like you could flick him across the room and break his ribs. But either way, Lil Pump then responded on his Instagram story saying Diablo don't speak on him or he's gonna smack him again. Hopefully this time in one of his ass cheeks, because I'm trying to see something on his new OnlyFans. I think it was like Pump's Playhouse.
Look, stop being a bitch. Go put some ice on your face, you little puss ass nigga. And then after that, keep my name out your mouth, because I'll go back again and slap your ass. Nobody listens to this dumb goofy. This man don't make none of his beats. He don't do shit. All he do is have his homie sit next to him, remake beats, and send them to people. This nigga's a clown. And that's the reason I slap your dumb ass. Because your ass keep remaking other people's beats, you fucking idiot. Learn how to make a beat without remaking one, bitch.
And so yeah, Pump is just basically outright disrespecting his old friend, somebody who gave him one of his biggest hits, Boss, or at least in my opinion, again, blew him up. Somebody bigger than Pump really got a beef with him so they could teach him a lesson, fuck him up or break his nose, so he knows he shouldn't act like that to his friends or just people in general. And for the end of the video, we got some underground news in that I told y'all yesterday on the XXL Real list that Antisocial Social 2 is basically supposed to be like the biggest song on SoundCloud because it got like Young Phazo, Slump Sixes, Baby Santana, Zulu, SSG Kobe. It basically got like a lot of the key players in the SoundCloud underground that are blowing up as we speak. But it looks like Cole Bennett and Lyrical Lemonade are working on something for it. They posted on their Instagram, Lyrical Lemonade that is, a picture with SSG Kobe, Cash Dami, and Cochise with green mirrors. I don't know what's going on, but it looks to me like they're gonna have an underground banger as well going mainstream. Just saying, all three of these artists in this Lyrical Lemonade picture, I said were underground artists going mainstream. And what the fuck is going on now? Is that shit I said? I'll hold the applause. It was pretty obvious though, I'm not gonna lie. And lastly, we got Soulja Boy aka Big Draco shooting his shot on Twitter for Kim Kardashian soon after her and Kanye West broke up. However, I would not be surprised after everything Soulja Boy has basically done first that he smashed Kim K or one of the Kardashians first before even Kanye or Ray J or any of these people, even a fucking, I don't know, herself. Soulja Boy was there first. He landed on the moon first. He landed on Kim K's booty hole first because it's so big that it's basically a planet. But either way, Soulja Boy said to Kim Kardashian's latest tweet in like a tennis outfit, she looking bad, not gonna lie, she 40 but she don't look it. Kim K says, tennis anyone? Soulja Boy says, I wanna play. Everybody was trolling him, being like, why are you being such a simp and all that? At least he's not paying $670K for his girl or potential girl like Trippy was. But he responded to the fans saying, it's Big Draco, I do what I want. But I guess the only real test would be, did Young Boy do it better? And so with that, it's your boy Bobby Lamb signing off. Getting Kim K to sit on Lil Pump's face to suffocate him to death after what he did to Diablo. So disrespectful. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the Polo G and Migos situation. Are Migos kind of pulling a fast one on Polo G? Or who do you think actually deserves the #1 spot for the best album last week? Or at least that dropped last Friday. As well as all the other topics that we discussed. Make sure to like and subscribe to join the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, good people. Know what I'm saying?